response to everybody, even when they're out of order. Sometimes it has to be out of the godliness of our heart that we prick them and check them. But God builds us in this when we eat of the fruit. Amen. So that brings me to the last one, which is temperance, which means self-control. Amen. And that ties into what I was just saying about meekness. It gives us a sense of keeping ourselves in check. The word temperance comes from the Greek word ekkratia, which once again means self-control, meaning I can keep myself in check. I don't allow myself to divert to my human nature. I don't allow myself, just because stuff that's happening around me is natural, I don't allow myself to easily go to natural thinking. I can always stay in a spiritual place. Once again, the more that I'm fed spiritual things, the more that I can stay in spiritual realms. Even the word tells us that we don't fight against flesh and blood, but we fight against principalities in high places. And the reason we fight against that is because those principalities, those demonic spirits that are warring with us, know the essence of our spirit man and what our spirit man has the capability of doing. So in order to keep you out of your spirit man, that's why a lot of natural things happen, because they know that you will easily divert from your spirit to operate in the natural. Say, oh, we ain't got to worry about you. All we got to do is let this happen here or that happen there in the natural, and it'll immediately pull you out of the spiritual realm. But see, when we operate and eat the fruit right, and we pick up on this flavor or characteristic, it gives us a sense of self-control where now we can check ourselves and say, oh, I'm not going to get in the flesh to deal with you. I'm going to stay in the spirit and be able to deal with you in a spiritual way. Because if I deal with you in the spiritual, God will let it manifest in the natural according to what I can imagine or see in a spiritual way and what I speak on from the spiritual realm. That's why we're called to prophesy some things. We're called to prophesy. We're called to be prophetic, not pathetic in this season. So understanding about the fruits and the essence and the characteristics of the fruit is very powerful in this season when we begin to digest and continue to feed ourselves with thus saith the Lord. Amen.